Hi-ho, 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 it's home from work we go. Hi-ho, 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 it's home from work we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho.
Some of my friends thought it would be really interesting for somebody like myself, a cabinet maker in the business for over 40 years and a refinisher, to start using some green type materials. So I tried the soy gel. And what I did was I tried it on a table that had been lacquered with 4 coats, and I placed the soy gel on it for a total of 2 days. Now I've kept it absolutely wet for some of that period of time, and as you can see, in 2 days the most that it has done is taken off a little bit of 1 coat. It's really not doing a heck of a lot. Now I guess if we have plenty of time, we could say, okay, let's take the time and let's take days to finish this top. But as you can see, as I'm scraping it, it's not really taking off the finish. Now if you're just doing this as a weekend pleasure, great. You can take your time and be as green as you'd like. But if you're really trying to do a job and maybe get paid for it, this may not be what you want to do. Now, I have kept it wet, and I've keep on brushing the finish on it, or I should say the stripper on it. And as you can see, as I scrape certain spots, it's only touching the top coat. It's really not doing what I'd like it to do. Now, it'd be a wonderful thing if this wonderful soy gel would strip the coats off. It's non-hazardous, and you don't have to worry about gloves or breathing or anything else. But what about a person trying to do a job and make it work and being able to get paid for that job? This is a problem. And nothing against soy gel or any other product, and I'm not pushing a product, but I'm trying to tell you that this material just doesn't cut it for this application. So let's see what else we got. Now we can see we've got all the stripping from the soy gel. So let's get rid of that, and let's start putting on something else. As you look at the top, you can see that most of the top has still got all the finish on it. And we need to really go and do something different so that we can clean it up and get it back to the customer with a new finish. You can see the top at a distance now. And this part of the top is going to be stripped with another material that you find at the local Home Depot, hardware store, etc. And I've tried it on the big section of the top. This here is not the leaf any longer, but is one section of the tabletop. And as you can see, it's still spotty. It's taking it off, but it's still spotty. So we need to really decide what is going to work best for us. And work best for us also works for the customer, because your time is money. And as you can see with the stripper that's been used, it's taken off quite a bit of the material. But I'm yet to be satisfied with what it has done. So now I'm going back to something I've used in the past, and again, not pushing a material. Here's 5F5. It's a furniture stripper. Yes, you have to open the windows. Yes, it is non-flammable, but you need to wear gloves because it's caustic, and you don't want to have your hands and fingers burned. So we start using this 5F5. And as you can see by the amount of finish around the can that has been lifted, it is doing the job that it was intended. Now, I'm saying to you, take a good look at how the finish is being lifted. That's what I've used, the 5F5. Now, again, I'm not pushing a product. It's something I've used in the past, and it's something that I have found works very, very well. So what works well sometimes, we need to see. We continue to use it and work it. And it's best for us, especially if you're trying to make a living at doing furniture stripping, refinish, antique refinishing. Use a little common sense. It's caustic, but it works quite well. Now you can see the leaf that was originally stripped, and I did finish this off with a commercial stripper. And you'll be able to see that we are now taping the top itself. And because there is an inlay around the edge, which I do not want to get colored, I've used a painter's tape, and I've taped off the area, and I've applied some lacquer right on top of that particular inlay, satinwood inlay, so it will not take a stain. When we're through, the tabletop itself and the leaf will be stained. Therefore, we'll have a contrast from what we started with. But keep in mind, our job here was to strip the top and strip the leaf. And after wiping it down with some alcohol and steel wool, it's a grand project. So you need to decide, we're going green or we're going to get the work done. That's up to you.
Hi-ho, 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 it's home from work we go.